starting receiving your content. The audience will see it in a moment. Get ready. Alright. In theory, this is working. Alright, working. Okay, we are going to talk about a cool repair. We've been rocking it today with all sorts of things that we thought we couldn't solve or solve. I just did 4 in a row successful data recoveries. Yay! We taught class all day. Mark is here, so he's been working on this backlight mod problem. So the backlight mods for the iPhones are fucking some stuff up. You know, we're seeing a lot of these come in. I've seen one that came in with long screw after backlight mod. A lot of the mods themselves are getting cracks in the flex, so they stop working or don't work, and then people try troubleshooting and run into all kinds of trouble. We've got 2 or 3 of them in here for various problems, but this one is pretty cool, so I thought that we'd turn on the camera and share it with everybody that wants to chat. I'm gonna put together some of my my data jobs. I think I'll put together that one. So I'm going to switch places with Mark. And you can tell us about this backlight thing.
So
open up the OBS so you can kind of see what that is, because there's like a lag. We'll put together the files.
So it came in with no image and would just ding every few seconds, which normally means LCD's not being detected, and a lot of times it's long screw damage. So without opening the phone, that's what we thought it was, so it ended up on my desk. And there is no long screw damage. All the screw holes are good, no long screw. So there's no image on the phone.
Did it have any notes? Did it say anything in history?
No, just that the screen stopped working.
Stopped working.
Yeah.
And it had a mod.
Yeah, and it had a backlight mod. The
All right.
little Apple logo light up mod thing.
Now how do those mods work?
They tap into the backlight lines on the LCD flex.
On the screen?
Yeah, on the back of the screen where the backlight flex connects to the LCD flex. And typically they're just taped on, they don't even solder.
Nice.
Yeah, very, very secure.
Yeah, that's a great way to have a lasting, robust phone that, you know, never has anything wrong with it. So, tell us about this one then.
So I couldn't figure out why it had no image, so
I would check LCD power enable.
Yeah, I started checking the things that I know are required before image can even be displayed. So LCD power enable and LCD reset. And reset was present, enable was not.
And you know that from figuring out long screw in the iPhone 6, which is you can connect a screen and it has no image or backlight. It's just a blank screen, as
Right.
if the thing doesn't realize that it has a screen. And then when we looked at like chestnut output and tried to figure out why is it not putting out any kind of display, then we could see that the traces that are under that screw hole, some of them went to chestnut and were called things like LCD power enable. And what's the other one that gets damaged in the long screw in the 6?
The LCM reset.
Okay, so the LCM AP reset?
Yeah, well there might be an AP in there. I don't remember. It just goes from connector to CPU, and that's it.
The CPU, the AP.
Yeah.
Right, gotcha. So when we know that if those are torn, that you get no display, so that tells us that that line's job is for the device to know that you've plugged in a screen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got to be there.
Yep, it does the same thing it'll do if you don't have a screen connected at all.
So I would check for, I don't know, I would check like diode mode on LCM power enable compared to a known good to see if it was the same.
And it was. It was good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then what did you do?
Then I just started going down all the pins in the connector comparing diode mode to known good.
Uh-huh.
I ran right into PMU to photon alive was full,
I've seen that guy. I've never known what he did.
he's full short to ground.
Okay, and that's not normal.
No.
All right.
All right. So that.
So which one is he? Is there any like physical sign of anything on that guy?
No, I mean there's a physical sign that I've soldered a wire to that pin now.
All right.
But it's this pin.
Yep.
And it goes into the board and
Okay.
then pops up over here at this filter.
All right.
And just to the left of that filter was a capacitor, which I removed.
That's also on that line?
Yeah, also on that line. So I removed that, thinking that it's possible that could be a short, not
Yeah.
likely.
Totally likely. What are you talking about? That's totally what it's going to be. That capacitor short to ground, boom, problem solved. So it's fixed?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Where's the multimeter? Let's see.
Okay.
Sure.
Don't knock any of my pile of fixed phones on the ground. That'll be totally uncool.
So I'll go one on ground.
If it's not short.
That's short.
Oh,
Yep. So the capacitor was not the source of the short.
damn it.
The only other things on that line are this resistor that's right in here, and that's the top
Give
side
me
of
some
it.
more context. Where are we?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that dude. I know that guy.
Yeah. So this resistor,
Yeah.
this side of it, the top side is on the line that's shorted. The
Mhm.
bottom is on PP1V8 always. And then
Okay.
the only other thing it connects to is a ball right here on PMIC.
Okay.
So we've kicked off the capacitor. That's a possible source of the short.
So 1V8 always. That's like baseline. That's like what the power button's on.
Right, yeah.
So that's
1V8, if a power is connected to the phone, 1V8 always has 1V8.
1V8 always. So I would think that that sounds like a pull-up resistor. It sounds like that line is a data line where the data is being generated by the PMIC using 1V8 always.
And now the PMIC has developed an internal short that's pulling that line down.
And I would think that data would be really simple. Like a 1V8 always data point is either high or low. I wouldn't expect it to be an oscilloscope chatter.
It's not an I2C line or any kind of a
communication thing.
Yeah, it's not
It's off
sending.
or on. It's a switch.
Yep.
All right. So I would guess that switch means if it's I wonder if that's what causes the bong bong in all of these,
Right.
Like
well,
if you shorted those to ground
I
in any
think
device.
that might be the source of the 1.8 LCM enable.
Okay.
Because that wasn't present.
Okay. You checked the voltage on the power enable and it was nothing.
Right.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that line is shorted under the PMIC. Phone's fucked. We're going home.
Well, maybe, but
All right. So the option to fix then is it sounds like there's an internal short in PMIC on that ball because the phone otherwise boots and is detected by iTunes.
Yep.
All right. So it's a short on that ball under the PMIC, which means nothing else is on the line that could have a path to ground. So therefore, replace PMIC.
Replace PMIC. Yeah.
Yeah, which is a big repair for a backlight.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
it's a pain in the ass.
so before doing that, what about if we try to? So let's see. So the line is pulled to 0. So if we could make it go back to 1V8 with a magic wand, then we could confirm that should make the screen come on, in theory.
In theory.
All right. So it's possible if you've got a short to ground, you need it to be 1.8 volts, that you could inject a voltage into that line that you know would be shorted to ground, but you could ramp up the voltage to try to get the line to hold 1V8, regardless of the fact that it's shorted.
That's possible, but because there's a filter in that line, we can pull that filter off
Okay.
and separate the PMIC side from the connector side.
All right. Okay, cool.
And then just
So we can
inject
wash
straight
out
to
the
connector.
drawbridge there,
Yeah.
break the line in half, let the PMIC just have nothing to do with this, and put in our own 1V8, and then we can short it to ground and see what happens. Put our back on, then we're in control. All right, sounds good. What do you think's gonna happen? So this was sort of your plan when I said, hey, this sounds pretty cool. Let's turn on the camera.
Yeah.
All
So I've got my wire soldered at the connector, and I have to pull off my filter, and then I should have a short on the right side pad, which goes to PMIC.
And not on the other pad.
Yeah, the left should not.
All right. Let's see if anybody's watching this or if this is even working before we do that. Where's the keyboard?
Oh, it's
All right, let me have some keyboard. Let me have some mouse. Where's the mouse that lives over here? This one?
there. You gotta turn it on now.
You gotta turn it on.
Yeah. Don't want to
You
waste
wanna
battery
waste your
all month long.
your one battery. Okay.
Don't want to ruin my one way to move the mouse while you're trying to do things.
All right, let's go back and see if this is actually working. Whoa. Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a bunch of people saying stuff. Are you
Yeah.
supposed to pay attention to the chat while you're live streaming?
No, that is definitely not. Not if you're over 40.
The live stream I didn't look at chat once.
You didn't?
No,
Your
not.
video is frozen, but audio is clear.
Oh, great.
Back streaming, even better. Working for me.
Oh, good.
Nice. Good to see you back on the stream. Can someone catch me up on what's going on here? Yes. Take it away, Mark.
How long ago was that though? He might be all caught up by now.
I don't know. We'll find out. So are backlight mods being done by screen suppliers or what? I think they're DIY. I think they're being done by
Yeah.
kids in basements.
Yep.
Dodgy technicians, kids in basements. So did it have a backlight? No, it was not detected.
Yeah.
Backlight mods can be done by yourself if you secure them with solder or tape. Why in the fuck would you do that? Where are the Apple DC SD cables at? All it does is change the boot logo screen, right? What, the mod? The mod?
The mod lights up the Apple logo on the back of the phone.
Yeah, you cut it, you bang. Where's the back of that phone? Or any of the other thousands of ones? That's not that one.
Yeah.
That's a different one.
I mean, it just replaces the shiny Apple with a clear light up LED Apple. So anytime the backlight
the
is
apple
on,
on the back of the phone glows.
anytime the
It
screen
lights the
is
logo on
lit
the back
up.
of the phone. The back of the phone. It feeds power off the screen backlight. Apple.
Okay, Grandma, stop reading comments from 10 minutes ago.
This is not 10 minutes ago.
It's totally 10 minutes.
No, it's not.
They need timestamps so we can tell.
Who cares? Where can I get info for a class to learn deep repair on iPhone? Go to the website. We just added some courses today, so we got like a
Right.
couple spots left for February.
I'm pulling this
Can you
filter
make
off.
the camera smaller? We can't see much of the microscope. Yeah, we can't help our shitty. Hey, I just solved the error 414. That's the one I just fixed.
Alright, I'm going in.
Going in. All right. See, pay attention to us, please.
There we go. Filter's pulled off.
All right.
Just set him over here.
See, all caught up on the chat. Look at that.
Alright, so now I should hopefully have short on the right side and short on the connector side, no short on, or short on the PMIC side, no short on the
All right.
connector.
So what side are you measuring?
I'm going to measure the left, and I think I had that backwards. Left should go to PMIC. So yes, we have a short there and no short here. And now to make sure that that goes to the connector,
Beep.
yes.
All right. You're not a noob. Congratulations.
All right, well, you should hire me.
The
So-
course is going well this week, though. These guys have fixed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it is. They're man.
Like the
one
ones
guy-
that they haven't fixed, like that one that ended up being the 4014.
Mhm.
He would that. I mean, I wouldn't have found that out a week ago. You know,
Yeah.
like that was like you know.
But Abdullah did one TriStar and 2 Touch ICs today, successful.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, he's kicking ass.
Yeah. I think it's pretty funny. The Kevion was doing, he had the Zebra Stripes 5 when he left, and then the first data recovery I pulled was Zebra Stripes.
It works out.
Yeah. And we had like just talked about it, so you didn't have to look anything up. That was fantastic. Alright, so you gotta connect the screen to do any of this so that it will at least signal through LCM power enable.
Right. You gotta connect the screen, and I have my wire soldered to the PMU to Photon Alive.
Photon Alive.
So I'm going to connect the screen, the dock, and the battery. And then we'll put 1.8 on the power supply.
Well, what happens if you do nothing? What happens right now? You can click here. This data is done.
I better turn this so we can look in the camera if it does turn on. That'll work.
All right. You can grab the charge port out of that phone over there.
I got a charge port.
I mean the cord.
Oh yeah. All right. So we've got that ready. Now I need my 1.8 volts. Or should I just try 20?
Just try 20. Go big or go home. I want to see what happens right now if you do nothing though.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Does it pull charging current?
Yeah, like 0.4 something. I forget what
0.4.
charge the
That's
battery
interesting. 0.4 to me. 0.4 must mean screen's off. 0.4 means DFU if you ask me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this battery could be like fully charged, and then charging current is naturally low.
Not that low. That's DFU. All right.
Well, it would be dinging right now if it was in a frame. So I got nothing that way.
All right. So you're connecting up, you're going to inject 1.8 into the connector.
Yeah, I'm injecting 1.8 directly into the connector.
Where's that going to go? That doesn't make any sense.
It's going to go into the connector, into the LCD,
Yeah.
and then through the LCD, and I think back out to LCM enable. And
Okay.
tell Chestnut, hey, there's
Okay.
a screen connect.
Okay, I gotcha. So if you took out the pin for LCM power enable, you think if this screen goes on now that it would then go, woo! I love it when a cool idea works.
Yeah.
So are you going to pack it up with the DC power supply, like in a backpack for him to carry around, or?
No, I figured we'll just send him a Amazon affiliate link. Let him know you're going to need to get one of these.
You're going to need to get one of these. We'll throw in the wires. Get the good kind of alligator clamps, not the piece of shit ones that nobody can actually use.
And
Does
touch,
that touch?
yeah, you can't really see because the brightness is way down, but touch is working.
Turn his brightness up.
I don't have his passcode.
I want to test that theory though. I want to see what happens if you disconnect LCM
Right
power
now?
enable. Like make it. I like that theory that Photon Alive goes into the.
Black screen.
That's not disconnecting LCM power enable.
Well, I just disconnected Photon Alive.
Yeah, but I want to see if your theory that it goes into the screen and then it comes back out through LCM power enable, and it goes from there to Chestnut, and then that's Chestnut's enable, then Chestnut puts out Chestnut stuff, and then you get image, and we still don't know how that's related to backlight.
The way we can test that is, Chestnut, I believe Chestnut tells backlight to turn on. I think that's why backlight and Chestnut are both on those I2C lines. I think they talk to each other on those lines. And I think we should be able to test and see if there's continuity.
Let's take a janky screen and rip off the pin on the screen for LCM power enable. I mean, don't you want to like just know the like completion of knowing that that theory is how it works?
Well,
I do.
I think a quick way to test that would be to look at the pins on the LCD flex for photon alive and LCD power enable and see if they have continuity.
All right, do that. That's a good idea. But even still, I want to just like, you know, put a piece of tape over it. I mean, come on. All right, let's look at let's catch up with the chat while you're just
Okay.
doing that stuff.
Alright, so
I don't know where this stuff was left off. Apple sucks. I went to your very first class. Oh yeah, and your name is Gil. Going in lubed up with flux. Can Hako make thinner solder tweezers? Sure, but they wouldn't actually do anything. By the way, Jessa, can I have a nice certificate? Mine was black and white. Yes. Call the business manager and tell her to send you one. Does your blue mat bulge when you use hot air? Yes. I'm using a static free mat and it does. If so, what are you using?
look at that.
It has continuity between
Yep.
Photon Alive and LCM powering. You've got to follow through, man. You got to show us. You got to. Hey, I know. Let's find a way to short it to ground so that you can like make the screen go on and off like that. That'd be cool. This is a good idea.
Like a button?
No,
like a button you could use? Why don't they put buttons on phones where you can turn the screen on and off at will?
I don't know. That's a great idea. You could put it like right next to the power button,
Yeah.
to the screen lock button, like one down from that.
So my theory was correct.
Well, in theory, your theory was correct.
That's definitely correct.
No, you have to show me that you can take your Photon Alive, and then it's going to come back out through LCM power enable.
So
and
I have to
you have to take
injecting
you have
1.8
to yes.
but not letting it come back to
Yes.
power enable?
Yes.
Alright, well which screen do you want me to fuck up?
Well, one choice is you just solder another wire to the LCM power enable and then short that to ground. The
I could
other
do that.
the other though that would be even cooler would be to just rip the pin off of the screen.
Yeah, well, where's the screen I can
But
do
I don't
that?
know. It would be more. I think you should do the short to ground thing first. That way you know for sure that it's like, you know.
Yeah, seems
I mean, you
the way
could,
to
like,
do that. I don't
titrate.
intentionally short lines to ground very
I
often.
do. Why not? It's super fun. I did it when I made the coil take a shit. It was great.
Oh yeah.
All right. What else is this? Blue mat bulges. Yes,
Blue mat is a piece of shit.
No,
I don't like
when
it.
the
It's a
blue
piece
mat
of shit.
bulges, it means your air's going the wrong way and you need to do
No, it
something
doesn't.
different. Most people I've seen use a wooden desk. How do I get AXW? What is that like? A million times work? Why do they do their... People who do this lame mod are tools. What's the mod? I don't know, my IKEA wooden desk scares me. Yeah, I could see you catching an IKEA desk on fire. What's on fire? Oh, that's just flux. Good evening, Louis Grandma. Please make Casey and Alan eat filters tomorrow. This is David. Oh, David, I fixed your phone. I fixed that phone that you were working on, the one that got hot as shit. You were right about getting hot as shit, and I changed. I think your TriStar was good. I did another TriStar after you left. Same thing. It actually auto booted to DFU, so I tried to update and it failed update with error 4013. And when you get in class tomorrow, I'll let you figure the rest out. But it's solvable, so that was a good one. Today I fixed a 6S Plus with a burnt hole in the motherboard on the backlight. Yeah, and ran a tiny wire from the cap to the LCD connector. That sounds like bad repair. Go watch the other live stream where we learn not to do that. Why not use freeze spray to find the short to ground? We know where the short to ground is. The short to ground is in the PMIC.
Well, also freeze spray would not have shown me that that line is short to ground
Yeah,
because
exactly.
it doesn't generate enough heat.
Right? And freeze spray is stress to the board and
Right.
not a good idea.
It's a tool for noobs.
It's a tool for noobs.
Tool for tools.
I'm gonna guess that Kev for Peace and Love is sitting in this course right over there tomorrow.
Alright, so I think this is gonna work. I can short it to ground right here.
Right, okay, I can't see it. Let's see. Short it to ground, oh, shit.
Yeah, you can see it in like 3 minutes.
No, like, I can't see it.
So like this.
Yeah, like that.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, da-da-da-da.
What's gonna happen if I short LCM enable to ground while the LCD's on?
I know. I know, but still. Here's what I really want you to do. This is what I want you to do instead.
Eat a filter?
No, well, yes. Alright, how could you actually answer the question then?
I think I did. The fact that there's continuity, complete close through the LCD from photon alive into the LCD, back out on LCM enable. That tells me without a doubt that's where my 1.8 on LCM enable goes.
Fair enough. However, it would be cool for you to just put a lead there to the multimeter so that you could read the 1V8 coming out, so that when you short the photon alive to ground, that the LCM power enable goes off goes to 0 on the multimeter.
I don't have enough hands.
Pussy.
Alright, maybe I can do that. I don't know.
Yeah, just change out one of the multimeter things for an alligator clip.
Now that I've made it so I can short.
Well, first you can do that. I mean, that would be fun anyway.
Alright. This is kind of a pain in the ass, Jessa.
You fixed my phone. Ooh, my name on the board tomorrow.
Alright. Connecting my ground and connecting my 1.8. Now,
We should fix David's boss's data recovery on live stream right now.
alright, I got image. I don't know if everybody can see it,
Nope.
but there
You're
is
lying.
image.
Alright, okay, I see it.
Shorting.
I see your finger, nothing but your head. There we go. We really can't see that. Move that over.
I can't do it under the microscope.
God bless it. That is janky. Move that. Oh, look at that. There we go. Alright, we see your head. That's it.
Well, it's this. Your setup isn't designed for this kind of abuse.
Jankiness. Experimentation.
Okay.
Alright, quick, short it to ground, quick! Oh, that is cool. Doesn't go all the way away though.
No, it just gets. a
Oh,
little
no!
dark.
Hey! Look at that!
Oh,
Who
there it
hasn't
goes.
seen that fade?
Yeah.
Who hasn't seen that fade? That is very cool. Yeah, I love that. Do it again, just to like zoom. Let's zoom in on that. The fade solved by iPad Rehab and late night repair. All right, do that again, so we can kind of actually
Tell me when you're ready.
All right, so here's Mark, who has
See if I can turn.
figured out the cause of this fade, which I'm trying to think, like, does it have anything to do with the CPU, or is it completely independent? Cool. Who hasn't seen that before?
Yeah.
I have. I mean, totally.
And now it's back. And now it's leaving.
Does it fade? Keep doing it a couple times. See
Well,
if-
the backlight, it went to that, like, now backlight's
now
dim,
backlight.
it's not.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Keep doing
I want to see it one more time. That is pretty cool. That is like super helpful. You know, because everybody like assumes that that's CPU. Look at that! I love it.
Goodbye.
Photon is dead.
Back. Goodbye.
It doesn't do that fade the second time.
Well, by the time it's doing it the second time, it hits that point in the boot up process where it starts like
Boosting?
dimming and
Okay.
yeah. So right now it's wanting.
Now I want to know. I want to go look up the passcodes. I want to know what happens if you do that to a booted like full screen phone.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Does
to
it
the
go to like red screen? Ouch! Oh my god. We'll just edit that out of the video. Oh wait.
That's yours.
All right.
I found it on the floor.
All right, that is pretty cool. All right. Only on live stream.
Of course, there's no passcode.
Motherfucker!
Why would there be no
God
passcode?
damn it! Oh my god.
I mean, it only says it clearly in the
It
instructions.
only is interfering with science. God bless it. God bless America.
Well, so what's our long-term solution to this?
You're gonna replace the PMIC on live stream right now.
Is that it?
I would say it. I would say yeah.
What's the downside to just tapping into 1v8 always somewhere and running it straight to the connector?
Let's see. Tapping in. We can't. Let's move this camera back so that I can see you. Tapping into 1v8 always, like at the power button, or anywhere else.
Wherever the closest place we can find it. You know, if there's a 1v8 always in that connector area, I don't know, maybe.
Okay. I don't think there's a lot of 1v8 alwayses. I think one of them is on the back.
Oh, there's a
Back,
bunch of them on the back.
on the back by above the PMIC. One is on the side of the PMIC, and that's the only ones I know.
Let's see.
How about at the power button? Oh my god! I bet. Oh my god!
What?
This happened because 1v8 always is on the power button, and that's how they are tying in the mod.
Well, they're not tying it into the power button. Though.
They have, yeah, they are. There's something to do with the power button on the mod.
No.
The mod is
Here, I'll
something
get the-
hooked up with the power
I'll
button.
get the back hatch so you can see.
All right.
It only taps into.
Well, what about the two? What about the two ones that have power button problems after this mod?
Because you have to remove the battery to put the mod in, so the noob that tapes solder joints is the same noob that scratches his power flex.
All right. I thought
See,
that
this is
connected
all
to
it
the power.
is.
All right.
And it's just an anode and two cathodes.
All right. Let's see. So here's the mod. Oh, put the sticker on the back. Why don't we show everybody what the mod looks like hooked up? All right.
We could solder his mod to his screen like it should be.
That's what I did.
Fix it for him.
That's what I've done before.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Now, does this? How do we look at ZXW? This isn't ZXW.
No,
This is
first
wrong.
go to ZXW. Yeah, don't do that. So go back to camera. Now go to ZXW. Now go back to OBS. Now go to screen and it'll be on the active window.
Nope.
Now it's on it.
Okay, so now we're streaming ZXW now?
I think. Let's ask the chat. Do you see
Scroll
ZXW?
up and see.
What do you mean scroll up and see? That's the end.
Look
That's the
at,
end.
no, our stream. No.
Ooh.
Okay, wait, no. This is where I went back to camera. There's a delay.
Damn
Now
it.
it's going back. Now.
Wait, it says
There
yes
we go.
we do.
Yep, we have it.
See, yes we do.
All right, give me the mouse.
Nope.
No, give me.
Yes, 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 yes.
Give
yes,
it
yes.
back.
No. All right.
All right, so 1v8 always is here, and look at that. I've got one right there. I just need to run a
Ding.
jumper from there to there,
Yeah.
and I'm done.
All right. Where else is it? like scroll down a little bit. On the top side of the board there.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah, the 1v8 that goes to this pin here through that filter that always, the colored lines in the screen
Yeah.
when it blows. This is for camera. This is backlight driver. That's backlight driver. These are the I2C lines.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be the shortest, most direct connection into it. So that's what I'm going to do.
All right.
I'm just going to do microscope. They don't need to look at me. All right, so rather than go to the connector, I think I'm gonna, I'm gonna fuck up the stream, and then I'm gonna, oh, these are the good tweezers I like to bend the tips on.
Fuck that.
All right, get rid of him. Take this guy off.
Are we taking a microscope to ERC next week?
I don't know. Are you taking a
How
microscope?
about this? I'll take the microscope if you take the stand.
Okay, but the stand's coming back to Florida with me. Unless you have room for it.
Well, that's okay. I mean, we got a lot of stands.
I don't want to know.
No, card played is card played.
Changed my mind.
Sorry.
I forget which one it was. It was the third. Yeah. Okay, so we got like little guy and then like 1, 2, 3.
3 in a row in a big space.
Medium-sized guys in space. All right. All right. So it's this guy.
Yeah.
Pick away the apple poop.
I think it's pretty funny that we're modding the board for the guy with the mod.
Custom solutions.
Custom solutions. Now what is that one for? Camera?
Yep. Both of the cameras get a 1v8 line.
And you're sure that I mean, I don't think they're not all 1v8 always. They're just 1v8 something. So if it's not 1v8 always, it may not be
they're all
on always.
interconnected.
So that means you can only have your screen on if your camera's on.
I know that this resistor, that side of it's 1v8 always. So
Yeah.
that connects to all of this. Let's see if it tells us. PP 1v8.
All right.
It's gonna work.
All right. It's gonna work.
Just trust me.
I believe you. I think it's a good plan.
Of course it's a good plan.
Shit. Everybody wants to see the mod hooked up though. You're gonna have to do that too. I need to put together my 5C. This one went to PowerBook, Medic, and Apple Store. Sorry, not recoverable. And then I kicked off the chestnut area cap and it's fine. In 5 minutes.
That was the zebra lines?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
How does I thought PowerBook Medic
I
was
did
reputable.
too. I did too. I thought the PowerBook Medic, like I've seen some of their stuff before that's come. Oh, it's funny. I saw something that came to me like, I don't trust these guys. And it was an iPad Air backlight job where if it had come to me, I would have probably I would have, when it was all burned out, I would have just tied the 2 backlight lines together with the connector.
Mm-hmm.
They put on a filter, but sideways because the one pad was gone. So they put a filter between. I mean, it was a better repair than mine. They put a filter between the line and the connector. But since there was no pad, it was on sideways. So the customer's like, this looks obviously. And then.
Yeah, wait till you see what we.
Yeah. Well, we'll just go ahead and put it all back together for you.
All right. So I think my jumper should be good there. Just gonna test continuity real quick. Yep, there we go. So this should definitely
Alright,
work.
is this the moment of truth? I want to make a closer up video. I'll be in charge here.
I'm going to
Put it back on
solder the backlight mod on first.
first.
Yeah.
Fine, and I will continue to
Play around.
put my shelves back on.
This desk is a mess.
It's the students. They were here all day.
Student did it.
Students did it. This desk was clean before course week.
Alright. Put a little bit of flux on there. You stole my iron.
I did. And I turned yours off.
Yeah. That's some BS.
That's some BS.
Can't work under these conditions.
We've done I think in one night tonight we have done like a week's worth of repair.
Alright, you ready to give that back yet?
Yeah. I thought that you would just hit D.
I need the D.
Alright. We really can't see what you're doing.
How about now?
Alright. You're gonna solder through the little hole.
Yeah.
Alright, I've seen some of these and they are just cracked up all and down that flex. Because people will bend them and then it just cracks.
Okay, I want the other iron. This thing cannot deliver enough heat to that shit.
A lot of dead air.
Okay, so is this thing even solderable? Like,
It's Captain tape. I mean, it'll come up through the hole though.
all right.
When I did one, I had to slice it open and get those out, and they were just so thin. But yeah, it'll come up through
I'm
that.
tinning them first. There we go. God, this is such a piece of shit.
It is a total piece of shit. Let's make a good one. Why don't we do that?
I don't think people would they don't care about quality. Like they're not gonna be like, oh, this is
American
good.
made, American made.
Yeah.
Why don't we just offer the installation of a good one?
Because it's a pain in the ass.
No, it's not.
You're right. I'm gonna have to peel those things off. Just I can't deliver heat through the tape.
Yeah, that's what it was like when I did the one.
Ah.
I actually had to fix this guy's long screw. Plus, then while I was done, I was like, I'm gonna just tidy up your mod for you. And then it was just cracked in so many places that I never did fix it. I was like, you need to just go buy another $3 mod because this is just cracked all up and down this flex from getting bent. Did you ever put a mod in your phone? I did in my old 4S.
No, I don't use Apple phones.
You don't know how to mod a Samsung phone? What a noob.
I don't
You
want
know how LEDs work?
I don't want a light up Apple in the back of my Nexus 6P.
Why not? I think it sounds cool. Like when I had a Nissan Sentra, but I got a sticker from BMW and I put it on the hood of it over top of the Nissan part, and then I took it to Jiffy Lube where they're real pros, and the Jiffy Lube guys wrote down my car as the BMW, and then I heard them be like, "What the hell kind of car is this?" Because they're supposed to upsell you on, all the air filters and whatever else.
Right.
And they could not figure out the make and model of the car. Score. I wonder whatever happened to that car. That was a good ride. All right, let's look at the chat.
All right, this is getting brutal. I'm gonna make one more attempt at this, and then we're saying fuck the backlight mod.
Okay. It's either that or the pitcher of beer he drank. Uh-oh.
What? I didn't drink a pitcher of beer.
You probably did.
I mean, who knows how many beers is in a pitcher?
What
Yeah,
are you working on? We are working on a iPhone 6 Plus backlight mod gone wrong.
That feels
That
soldered.
has shorted the Photon Alive pin or ball under the power management chip to ground, and that's a big old drag because without that line, which apparently we learned today, goes into the LCD connector, through the LCD connector, and comes back out
And that's this line.
as LCM power enable, which then goes through the goes under the screw hole, commonly torn and trace damage, and then it comes out at Chestnut, which tells Chestnut to go ahead and produce the voltages for display, and Chestnut will then tell the backlight to turn on. So without that Photon Alive, it makes a lot of sense now that it would be called Photon Alive, you know, like that makes sense. Like, I'm sending this to the screen, and if it comes back to me, I know it's turned on. I like it. It's a good plan, good design.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. So this one, somehow, we don't really get how this happened, but somehow this is just a phone with a backlight mod. The backlight mod only ties into the backlight flex on the screen, and it kind of shares the backlight voltage and splits it out to a little LED, tiny little LED that makes a little Apple logo glow on the back of the phone whenever the screen's on, at least in theory. So this guy put one on here, and then this phone comes to us because the phone has no display whatsoever. Mark figured out that the problem was the Photon Alive line was down at the connector.
Which I've never
seen.
Never had to look at that line ever before.
Neither have I. And then it was shorted to ground, and we eliminated all possibilities other than that the short to ground was under the PMIC, and therefore we decided to plan to see what happens if we inject that voltage. And so we took off a filter to kind of isolate and separate the PMIC. Should make sense for course people that worked on the course data recovery.
Haven't I seen that done somewhere before?
Yeah, wash out the drawbridge. Took out a filter, then therefore injected that voltage into the Photon Alive line next to the connector, isolating it from the power management chip, and the screen came back on. Alright, so what are we doing now? Alright, so tell us what's catch us up here.
We've tied that Photon Alive line directly into PP1V8.
Alright, so a jumper solution.
Right.
So now we're jumping 1V8 that hopefully is always there, jumped into the good side of the now missing filter, the good pad, so it should go to the LCD connector, and it should just leave behind that tiny little line shorting inside the power management chip, which probably won't bother anything.
Right. So.
Alright.
Look at that.
Look at that! Woo! So now the guy doesn't have to carry around
and we have the light mod.
And there's the light mod. Ta-da! Alright, let's zoom in on that. That's pretty cool. Cool. Another fantastic repair.
Yep.
Does his proximity sensor work? Can you like brighten it up that way? Probably not.
Nope. But, you know, judging by
the mod and
I'm gonna guess there's damage to the front camera flex from the last, from probably the guy that installed the mod when he changed the screen also.
What about, let's stick another screen on there so that we can, that one with a good proximity sensor. Let's just take one of these Touch IC screens that are just kind of out.
Well, I just soldered the screen to the backlight mod.
Oh.
So,
We don't have the passcode, so we can't brighten his screen without it.
But it's all good. It's good to go.
Good to go. All right, sounds good. Let's see it again. Show us the apple. Cool. Solved. Awesome. All right, let's just make sure we didn't like miss anything on chat, and then we'll call this a
Go drink some beers.
go drink some beers.
Because I haven't drank any yet.
Really, what's all those beer cans like that are
I don't know what you're talking about.
all right, let's see. Where do we leave this off? How long you started doing touch IC? I want a beer. Give me a beer, wife. Hey, thanks. I don't know where this left off at all. If you fix David's phone, so I already fixed that phone. Oh, the boss's phone? Please fix my boss's phone or I'll get fired on Monday. All right. 6 plus doesn't have IMEI. It have a solution? Ask the course people. They'll be happy to answer that. Would adding the logo backlight put too much load on the backlight driver?
I don't think so.
Who knows? What happened? I've actually seen that face before. Very cool. Fired.
Oh, that must have been when the thing fell.
$2 phone destroyer.
Yeah, it's a fluke. It can handle it. He's right. Yeah, the fluke can take a lot of abuse.
Long-term solution, buy a new phone. Fuck that! They connect to the backlighted screen, got to do classwork, do you have all the chips? We had a bunch of returns on boards where the issue came back, blah blah. So is the PMIC the problem? Yes.
But it wasn't the
Yes.
solution.
Oh yeah, this was all the, can we see this? What's the mod? Mod is light up, oh, that would be a huge jumper, not really. Don't you just solder the mod to the iPhone LCD backlight? Yes. I found that using a ton of flux and frying the crap out of the black and white at 308 and adding cooking foil as an extra shield. Make Lewis proud with that connector.
I don't know why Lewis hates connectors. They're so
I know.
easy.
I know. I don't really get it.
He's not happy unless he's running like 3 feet of wire all wrapped
Yeah,
around the board.
exactly. And lots of green stuff. You don't get to use green stuff. It's a terrible repair.
Oh, I get to use green
Yeah.
stuff.
I know. So why did the guy jump away from the phone before? He didn't jump away from the phone. He got up to get the guy's passcode, and then with all the thousands of cords, he knocked the multimeter on the
Yeah, I
floor.
had the probes in my lap, so I just drug
Yeah.
it with me.
Don't you risk drawing more current messing with something else tapping in like that?
Well, that signal was generated by one V8 always anyways. It just had a pull-up resistor in between. So now it's just always present no matter what. Oh, you know what though?
What
One thing I didn't think about,
is?
will the screen turn back off with the power button now? Actually, I saw it go dim, but will the power button still make it come on and off?
Explain what was the issue on the phone. I think
Well, they
I
can
think-
go back
I
and
think- I
rewatch
think-
the video when it's posted,
no, I
because
think that we already did that.
like 3 times now.
Yeah,
Are you at the end of the chat?
I think so.
Good.
Yeah, it is. I can see how these timestamp stuff is kind of stinks because Lewis quit using the green stuff. What? I got one for you. iPhone 6, no display, chestnut replaced, worked fine after the IC replacement, but only with a copy LCD screen. Tried several original pull screens, and only the copy LCD works.
Miguel. I think I've seen him mention that before. Maybe it was somebody else, but I don't know.
Replace chestnut. Well, I mean, it seems kind of relevant to this problem. I would...
Okay, power button still makes screen turn on and off, so we're good.
Awesome. Why would a copy screen work and an OEM screen not work? I don't know. I would test to see whether or not SysAlive is connected to LCM power enable. I mean, that's, maybe there's like a resistor or something in that path.
Yeah.
I would guess, I would just replace Chestnut. I mean, that doesn't make sense. Chestnut is related to the Chestnut, it passes the, or receives the LCM power enable signal, comes from the LCD.
Yeah, I mean, for Miguel's question, we would really have to have that phone and start measuring voltages and finding out like what's missing.
Right.
You know, and now we know
Right.
rather than LCM enable measure first
photon alive. Yeah.
And if that's there, then
yeah, I mean it's just like any other thing. Diode mode, all your lines compare to known good and see what's different, and then
LCM power enable is there, so photon alive would be there.
You mean it's 1V8 on LCM power enable?
Yeah, he knows.
Well, that's the question.
Yeah, 1V8 on power enable, so then Chestnut's being told to turn on, and those couple of that makes me want to try a copy screen now on that one I have back there that has no image, that like there's no reason why.
Yeah, I get it. Oh, this 5C right here, it will only show an image with I only tried one, but it showed backlight only, no image with one of the screens.
Miguel, have you tried like, I don't know, just an idea, like put it into DFU mode with the original LCD and then restart it and see, because it seems to me like there is some way that the phone like identifies screens connected to it. So like I've seen before where if you disconnect a screen without turning the phone off and then you connect a different screen, it won't light up. But if you connect that same screen, it will light up. So like it knows that.
Well, let's look at the connector and see like what it could possibly be. It's like, what is this, 6? Is this a 6 or a 6 plus?
6. I mean, this is a 6 plus, but
all right.
They're pretty much the same at the LCD connector.
All right. Well, make it go to the.
J2109.
Whoa.
Where's the keyboard, Grandma?
Right here. Oh man. All right. J2019. What could it be? All right. None of that.
Yeah, that's all.
All of that's incoming image data.
Are we showing that on the stream?
No, I guess we should. All right. Let's see. If we go to screen, it should be there now.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's there. We'll find out later.
Click in it.
Click in it?
Yeah, there you go. So.
Not that. We don't know what that is.
LCD to AP.
But I think it has to do with like syncing like image data, like a clock or something like that. Now we know what this is. Photon Alive, got it. Oh, this is the one I was thinking. That's like, you can kind of go look up at how screens are made, and that thing is just sort of seemed like it had to do with syncing data. I don't think. Well, how about this guy, AP? We know this guy's got to be present. Did you test that, Miguel? AP to LCM reset. If that's one of the trace damage ones. That if he's not there, you get no image.
I would think any kind of like communication of identifying this screen versus a different screen would be on AP to I2C, the clock and data.
Yeah. I mean, why else? Why would this be going to? I mean, that must be it, because there's no reason for.
Where does that go?
That's the whole house intercom.
I mean, does that,
It goes back, well, the by means it's back and forth chatter between the LCD and the CPU.
but is that it that's on that line, just LCD, CPU, and no other chips?
No, it's a bunch of dudes. The I2C2.
Yeah, I don't know
Has,
what
like-
else on I2C2.
All right, well, let's look it up.
Let's go
So
to
we click
Zooks one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I don't know if it will follow us if we do that. Let's kind of go here. Let's go to here. Which one is it? That one? All right. So what is it?
Hey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right.
Yeah, there we go. Where's that go?
There you go, buddy. It's gonna go through the filter probably.
Oh yeah. Cap.
Nope.
Right below it.
That's it.
That's
right
the clock line. But
There. Close enough.
close enough.
Really? Is it separated that much?
Yeah.
All right, fine.
So that looks like that
Goes
goes to front camera or maybe ambient light sensor there.
No, that I think. I mean, this is one of the little peckers that goes. You know, it's just
Yeah, I
going to
think
go in the
that's-
connector.
But that's
I think
for
it just
ambient light sensor.
Well, it
or
doesn't say, it's just-
proximity. It's one of the two, either ambient light sensor. Or
Well, it makes
proximity.
sense that proximity sensor dims the screen. You know, so
Yeah.
that could be
So
how.
is ambient light sensor.
Right. That could be how the CPU tells the screen to dim
Mhm.
because of input from the proximity and ambient light sensor. Anybody else? No.
Oh, no. Probably CPU.
Wait, and isn't that 1v8 always? I'm pretty sure that's 1v8 always.
Yeah. Yeah, all of those I2C lines.
All right. Well, I
Tapped
mean,
into
it
1v8
would be
always.
reasonable that if there was going to be any kind of data from the screen, like an ID or something like that, that it would be on that line. I mean, I guess we could look back at the schematic and see what is the name of the pin on the CPU that information comes into. It's
Mhm.
probably just going to be called but it might be called something like, some keyword or something with the word in.
Yeah, it'll probably just be I2C2.
It probably is. I2C2, you know,
DA or
right,
CL.
yeah. But you could look that up. Alright. I think it's time to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Me too. We gotta do the last station. Alright, let's see if there's anything else we gotta say. Let's see. LC and power enable is there. It's nice to see you guys streaming. 5-inch TriStar charging, 1 amp fine, but was causing BSOD. Who'd have thunk just did that one. It totally,
Yeah,
it's a total common cause of BSOD. Yeah,
Yep.
I would think that. Jessa, please answer no service after touch IC, unrelated baseband CPU just like the rest of them, timestamp 11:15. Australia. I have a 6+ auto reboots and gets hot, but will work if I push down on the right side of the upper screen. Yeah, open-ended, or
Find out what gets hot and
put a-
start troubleshooting.
or get a clothespin. Jessa, how can I learn to microsolder? Is there a class for noobs? I mean, this class is kind of. I mean, there's you could come to this class if you're pretty new.
Yeah, we've had a lot of students who've never soldered anything.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would let whoever is the current students or former students, chime in if they think you could come as a noob or not. Rossman group also, not really. Rossman group, meaning Lewis makes Jason teach a class now, kind of. It's not really a class, it's just, hey, fix some stuff. Alright, let's see. One last stupid question. What's the best thing you guys use for water damage?
Is it the crest
The
or
crest.
your brain?
And your brain, yes. You can't. You need to do that. The fuse. Sounds right. Have a good night, Jessa. I have seen phones working only with original screens, but never the other way. Yeah, I've never seen
me
it
too.
the other way either.
Miguel's just lucky. He won the shitty problem lottery.
It's a shitty problem lottery. I don't know. I think it's a good problem. It only works with a copy screen. Great.
Screen replacements are cheap from now on.
Good news. That's an upgrade.
I would take it to Apple for a screen replacement.
Yes, that's what you should do.
But they're just gonna be like, oh, your battery's dead.
I'm sorry, your phone failed calibration.
Yeah.
And it has a swollen battery.
Because of your battery.
That's right. Don't spill that beer on the table. Is that actually beer? Yeah. Mark's a Miller guy now. Yeah, that's one of the.
I'm a Miller guy when I'm in New York.
That's right. No, well, he drinks the stuff that we have to like justify. Well, it stops tasting like grapefruit if you just like, get used to it. There's some kind of.
IPAs are good. I don't care what you say.
Okay.
Well, they're good if you're not a giant pussy.
Yeah, the fucking Mike Darrow, he can suck my dick. Where else are we? I was gonna say Lewis offers courses, but that would be incorrect. Lewis makes Jason do courses. Lewis made his website scary to discourage people from coming. Except he got a request from Raj wants to send his 12-year-old son to Lewis.
That actually might be a good idea.
I would like to see that happen. That phone made me switch to whiskey. Now Trump is gonna grab you, our pussy, LOL. Alright. Okay, that's great.
Solved.
Alright, we're done. This is otherwise going to be too long.
Good night.
We're going to go back to here. See you next time.